You have to have ruthless self-belief. Ruthless. Hey y'all, welcome to a Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys can see me well. I'm looking at the mirror, so if you don't see me looking at the lens, it's because I'm looking at the mirror. There's a mirror right here. I'm gonna do a Get Ready With Me. I'm getting ready to do some content for a brand, and I'm really excited. But I figured instead of doing like an ASMR kind of video, I'm gonna just talk about my boring notes per usual. So I'm gonna be talking about the 5 a.m. club, and as I read, I've come to liking taking notes. So it helps me kind of just retain what I'm reading better and remember it and just apply it to my life. So for drinks, we have sparkling water, and then we're waiting for Danita to make coffee, but she's over there beating her face, so so yeah. Okay, so let's start with primer. I already washed my face, and for moisturizer I used, sorry if you hear my stomach growl, I'm actually hungry. I'm usually never really hungry, but I'm really hungry today. Anyways, I did vitamin E oil on my face, and that's usually what I put on my face. So that's what I have on my face now. And then I'm going to be priming my face with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, okay? I actually just started using this. I was using the Hydro Grip, the milk one, 10 out of 10. But y'all, I've had her for a long time. I'm not going to tell you how long because y'all not about to judge me in the comments. So, her. I'm gonna prime my face with this, and literally I'm not wearing foundation. I'm doing a super extremely light beat concealer, setting powder, blush, and I'm gonna do my brows, but that's literally it. I might do like a little bit of foundation because I have a couple like blemishes, but that's probably it. So let's see what the first topic is. The first thing I wrote down, it says the part of you that clings to fear most experiences a sort of crucifixion, so that the portion of you that deserves high honor undergoes a kind of reincarnation. Okay, y'all gonna have to run that back because I'm not saying that again. That was a little too hard. But basically what I got from that was, have y'all heard of ego death? I felt like when I was in Japan, y'all, I was experiencing ego death. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, like, it's some sort of ascension. Like, when you are just growing as a person, you have to be comfortable with appearing and, like, being perceived. And I think that involves killing your ego. And so with ego death, you just can't care. You can't want to look perfect or look a certain way to people, because at the end of the day, the things that you say will be twisted. Even if you meant well and you meant to help people or like kind of like give people the truth in a hard way, they're not going to take it that way. Not everyone's going to take it that way. Like, someone's going to listen to this and probably be like, girl, what are you talking about? Or girl, whatever the hell you know the person may think. Most people who are on a path to self-actualization will probably agree with what I'm saying, but there are people who wouldn't. And that's fine, babe. You know, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And there's some people that, even in the self-development world, that I necessarily don't agree with all their beliefs, but they're just not my person, you know? And that doesn't mean that they're wrong. We just don't have to agree. I even have friends and people in my life that I don't agree with everything they say. And I think that's how life should be, though. Like, you don't want to be with somebody that you agree with everything they say. You're not going to grow as a person. Okay, so let's let this set in our face. I don't want this video to be too long. Does that say 3 minutes? Hell no. Okay, like I said, I'm only doing a light beat. So then I'm gonna use a Tarte Shape Tape concealer. This is the shade Tan Deep Sand. I think I should have got a shade lighter, but I didn't. But I'm thinking about going back and getting a shade lighter. This is my second time using it, so if I do that, I don't want to hear nothing. I can do that. Like, I literally feel like it's almost the same color as like my foundation. Well, I'm gonna put a little bit because I'm like, again, y'all, I bought this because I'm really trying to be grown, okay? Like, I know how to do my makeup when I really want to. Like, I'm gonna put a little picture here of how I did my makeup for my 25th birthday. Was I turning 25? 26th birthday. I think it was 26th birthday. I did a really cute beat. I did like the eyeshadow. I did a little wing liner, little lash. It was real cute. But I don't do it every day. And what doesn't get practiced doesn't get, you know, better. So I kind of just wing it. Can I do my makeup? Of course. But it's not something that, it's something that I just want to be more intentional about. And I do think there are studies that show, I'm going to put something on the screen, that women who wear makeup are more successful in business. And it's giving baby grow up. Okay. So I'm gonna let that sit on my face. While this is sitting on my face, I'm gonna do my brows. Y'all already know, because I talk about this all the time, I use the Anastasia dupe for my brows. It's the brow pomade. It's $3. Hello. And it works the same way. So anyways, back to ego death. Yeah, I do feel like ego death is really important. And I do feel like it's like killing a part of yourself, and it's painful. It's not something that feels good. And it's hard. And a lot of people don't do it, or they don't follow all the way through. And one thing about me, baby, we follow through. Okay. And if you're watching this, I know you follow through too. Okay. We don't make excuses. We create the life we want, even if it means going through pain and going through hardship, because I feel like people who are growing and are becoming their best selves, and they understand that in order to achieve their goals, they have to just do the hard things. They keep going. Because I'd rather look like a failure trying than look like a failure doing nothing. So, hey. And then, yes, so that was page 29 of the book. Oh, and also, if you guys don't know, the 5 a.m. Club is by Robin Sharma. I want to get his other book that, I forgot what it's called. I'm going to put it on the screen. But, so I also wrote down, to find your best self, you must lose your weak self. Hello, we know that, okay? And then what else did I do right here? So he says, accept this opportunity to human mastery. I'm crying. So in the beginning, it's more of like a dialogue. Like, I don't know exactly what it's called, but he doesn't really dissect the how to divide your morning routine until the like last third of the book. And I'm not there yet. So I'm still reading because it's so much information. But when I say like, I feel like books speak to you at a certain time of your life. 2 years ago, this book, I would have never thought of picking up. But I just feel like I'm in a season where it's like, wake up early and stop being lazy, okay? Okay, so he says, accept this opportunity to human mastery, and the opportunity is waking up at 5 a.m. and dedicating that hour to yourself. And he says, and I promise you that a synchronicity of success, as well as an orchestrated magic well beyond the boundaries of logic, will infuse the remainder of your days. An orchestrated magic well beyond the boundaries of logic. Hello, doesn't that sound like something? We serve a God that does things outside of what we can even imagine. So when he said that, I immediately thought of God. Period. Okay, let's do these brows. I really don't want this to be too long. I'm literally going for 10 minutes and under. Okay, so this is the brow. Honestly, I need to get a new one. It looks a little disgusting. But this is, again, brow pomade, eyebrow duo. People be so quick to judge. It's not cute. Then I'm using my MAC Pro Conceal palette that I've had for 50 years, literally. I don't want to hear anything. And no, this is Morphe. Morphe is bomb as hell. I just love their aesthetic, and I love that they're like low-key cost efficient or whatever friendly. M432, this is what I'm going to be using to conceal my brows. Again, I use the Pro Conceal palette by MAC. I need to get a new one. Or I'm thinking about just getting the actual shade because I love this shade. It literally matches me all seasons of the year. And I think it's the shade NC42. As you can see, it's literally gone. But that's what I'm going to use. I kind of mix it with the NC40 at the top. As you can see, I've been using that. But I literally don't use the other ones. And I think I want to start... Well, I'm going to buy a new one before I do it. But I'm going to start using it to conceal my nose and stuff. Just to, like, contour my nose and stuff. He said, neither a bull nor a noble-spirited man comes to be what he is all at once. And this is important. This really spoke to me because I think we live in such a fast-paced society where we want things when we want them, right? And we want instant gratification. We feel like, okay, I've been posting for 30 days. Where is my blow up? Where is my, what's going on? And it's hard. And I know it's hard. If you look at my video, y'all, my YouTube, I posted, I think, 150 videos. I've had my YouTube since 2020. So I just keep going. I'm not even at the point of monetization, but here I am. You know what I'm saying? And so I just keep going. You have to have ruthless self-belief. You have to have ruthless self-belief. Ruthless. I'm talking about all odds are against you. You don't understand. You hope for a miracle, but you trust that there is a pact between you and God. That's why I'm really big on God, because I sit here with my confidence and my, ability to speak through God. And without God, soy nada, mi gente. So I'm really big on, I'm just really big on that. But yeah. So yeah, he says, neither a bull nor a noble spirited man comes to be all he is at once. When I think about a noble spirit, because noble is like, admirable, has this together, successful. And we have to remember, like, it takes years of training and consistency. I look at Aaliyah's face. She's like the face of YouTube, y'all. But her authenticity and her commitment to being dedicated to her craft is excellence. And that's why she's YouTube's face, and it's just amazing when I think about her, and her work ethic. It's very inspirational, and it's just really bomb. Like, oh yeah, if you're watching this, you is my girl, and I'll play about you, okay? But yeah, he says he must undertake hard winter training and prepare himself and not propel himself rashly into what is not appropriate to him. And I like the word appropriate, because it's like sometimes we feel like we're ready for something that we're not. And God is a God of protection. So if he is delaying something, understand that it's for your benefit. And I always have to remind myself that there is a reason. God is just like, not yet. And be okay with it. Okay. It says, when you feel like surrendering, continue. Triumph loves the relentless. You see what I said? Relentless faith in yourself. I'm actually going to, I don't like the way, like, the fact that my cheeks are like not really doing it. So I'm going to be, y'all, I keep my NARS concealer in my Salt and Stone box. Hello. I'm gonna put a little bit of the foundation on my face, just so that it can, not be as, so it can blend out. I do have a white top on, so I'm trying to be careful. And then the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, I'm the shade Sarah Cruz. I really like this foundation. I think it gives me like a really flawless finish. I know I didn't blend the concealer out, but next time. Triumph loves the relentless. So this is really deep, y'all. Relentless self-belief. Relentlessly committed to showing up. You are more likely, there's actually a study. Don't quote me on it, but I'm gonna find it and put it on the screen. Hello. There's a study that says that you are most likely to succeed if you don't give up. And that just makes sense, because if you give up, you're not going to succeed. Hello. Do what the 95% aren't willing to do to be the 5%. Having lots of money doesn't make you different. It just makes you more of who you were before you made the cash. He said there's a ton of competition at ordinary, but there's almost none at extraordinary. And I think that's deep. I think I'm gonna close this. That was enough stoicism for me. But if you're watching this, we're on 20 minutes. I just want you to know that you can do whatever you want. Don't focus on the outcome. Have it in mind, obviously, because like me, filming this YouTube video, it's my outcome to be consistent, to keep posting so that I can grow my YouTube, right? End up getting monetized for what? My gifts, which is talking to the camera, talking to you guys, creating a family here, and just encouraging and motivating the same way someone once encouraged me and currently encourages me. And that's what he talks about in the 5 a.m. club. being able to spread that to others. Don't just hoard your knowledge for yourself, like help others. Even if you think nobody's watching, you never know who's watching you. This is a public platform. Anybody from anywhere in the world could be watching you, and you don't know how that can change your life. So keep going, keep posting. And I could sit down here for hours and talk about self-development, because it's just the idea of it, and the idea of the way the brain works and neuroplasticity. It amazes me to know that God has given us this brain to either help us or hurt us, depending on how we decide to nurture it. So for me, it's an infatuation, and that's why I continue to show up in my space, and do what I need to do. Okay, so that looks fine. I also set my brows with the e.l.f. brow gel. e.l.f., hello. Okay, y'all, my phone was literally on 1%, but I'm going to set with the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade. The fact that this was in here, wow. I'm just set with that under my eye. It's like showing dark. Sorry, I don't know if it is dark, but
triple oat milk latte.
That looks so good, thank you. Y'all need to book with Danita's studio because coffee's included. Hello. For an upcharge. Anyways, okay, I think I'm done. I should do something on my lips. I should put some mascara on. Actually, I'm lying. I like to set my face before putting on my powder, because I feel like when my face is sticky, I feel like when my face is sticky, I should spray more, but I'm not going to. So let this sit.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty. This is the Face Bacon Blend Pen. I actually used to use the Huda Beauty baking powder, but girl, I don't know where she at. And then I'm gonna be taking the Milani Dulce Pink. I love this blush. It's so pretty. I'm gonna take what side is this? I'm pretty sure it's the blend side, yeah. I'm just gonna put that on the highest part of my cheeks. So the Fenty Beauty mascara, I was gonna do clusters, but also get into this shirt. It has this like cheetah, is this cheetah? I don't know what it is, but this cat print, big cat print, like going down the inseams, and it's really cute. And then the buttons are gold, but I really like it. So yeah, this is the Fenty Beauty mascara. Which one is this one? Hella thick volumizing mascara. Y'all see that? It's just the mini one, so I'm just gonna put this on my face. Wrapping it up, I'm going to be using the Salt and Stone. Salt and Stone, if you're watching this, te amo. I love Salt and Stone so much. Clean ingredients, aluminum free. The packaging is cute, and it works, okay? The one thing I want to say is aluminum free deodorant will show you what your diet is giving. I just have to say that. When I'm not eating well and I'm not eating my greens, I'm not detoxing, I'm not doing prebiotic, probiotic, I'm just not really watching what is going on in my body. Tons of sugar, tons of processed food, tons of fried food. She's not gonna do nothing for you. Like, that's all I have to say. She's not gonna do anything for you. But when you're eating clean on a consistent basis, look at how finished she is. Salt and Stone, look. I finished, y'all. Like, I love this deodorant. And this one is the Santa and I don't know what that says, girl. I'm not gonna try to chop it up. But that's what I'm gonna put on my armpits. And it smells really good. It smells like it smells woody. A tad bit masculine, but it's still really subtle. So if you like that, like, what is that? What's that scent? That kind of deodorant? Like, you'll like it. Yeah, like musk.
Not to be confused with must.
Yeah. Please. You would say that. Anyways, y'all. The next video will be about neuroplasticity and brain health. That's something I'm really looking forward to talk about. Y'all know I already love that. So cheers, y'all, to staying this long, watching a bat talk. Hello. This is really good. Were you recording yourself?
No.
Oh. Y'all look at Danita.